Hey, I'm Jeep Mama and I'm out here in my garage testing out my new JT Brooks Tire Deflators Pro. When I began my off-road journey, the first off-road accessory I bought were these JT Brooks Automatic Tire Deflators, but recently JT Brooks came out with these Tire Deflator Pros. The Pro version eliminates the need to calibrate. You simply dial in and go. Both these JT Brooks tire deflators automatically and accurately deflate your tire to your desired PSI. Once set, you screw them onto each tire's valve stem and let them do the work. They automatically shut off when the set PSI is reached. This saves so much time on the trails. And all 4 tires can be deflated at once, hence the 4 deflators. By screwing one deflator onto each tire, it allows you to complete other tasks while all the tires are deflating. The automatic feature of these tire deflators eliminates the need to manually deflate your tires, so you spend less time setting your tire pressure and more time off-road. The JT Brooks Tire Deflator Pros are adjustable from 3 to 32 PSI. They have laser engraved PSI scale, and if you frequently air down to different pressures, these can eliminate the calibration process. Simply use their precision laser engraved scale to dial in your desired PSI and go. Okay, so now it's time to test them out. I've dialed mine in to 15 PSI. Let's see how accurately I dialed them in. Stop! That doesn't sound right. Okay, so my first test was a fail. I was watching my tire deflate and it just didn't seem right. It kept getting flatter and flatter. It just didn't look like it normally would when I'm off-roading. So I quickly took off the deflator, which was still deflating, and I checked the PSI. It was at 9. I thought I set it at 15. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? So I went and got my other tire deflators that I had preset at 18, and they just didn't look the same. So I had to call up my 18-year-old son to help me figure it out. We worked on the problem together, and stupid me, I was setting the PSI to this mark right here. See, it's set at 15, or so I thought. Well, if I would have read the directions that JT Brooks provided, I would have known not to set it at the top of the locking nut, but at the top of the body. So my PSI was set to 0. So take 2. I'm gonna dial in my Tire Deflator Pros to the top of the body of the deflator. Okay, so the top of the body lines up with the line that says 15. So now I'm gonna lock the locking nut. And there you go. Huge difference. Huge difference. So now I'm gonna set the other ones. Take 2. Yep, totally sounds different. Then you pull this tab and it's deflating. So I knew something was wrong that first time when I put the deflator on. It started deflating immediately. So that should have given me a clue that something was wrong. So now this time it sounded exactly like it's supposed to do. You screw on the deflator and nothing comes out because you have to pull that little valve. So fingers crossed I got it right this time. It automatically stopped letting air out. So now it's time to test out what PSI I'm at. See how close I got it. And I will make some adjustments if it's not exactly where I want it. Okay. So it's at 14.4. That's pretty darn close to 15. So now I'm gonna test the other 3 out. So that first one, after I redialed it, the PSI was 14.6. I adjusted these just a little bit more because I want it at about 15 or a little bit higher. So now I'm going to screw on the deflator. Okay, so now you hear that there is no air coming out. So what you got to do is lift this little knob right here, pull it, and now it's starting to deflate. And it should go down to right around between 15 and 16. Okay, so it automatically shut off. Let's see what the PSI is. Right on, 15.1. Pretty close. They're all right around 15. Okay, so my test is complete. What did I learn? I learned you really need to read the directions carefully. And I learned that you really should test out anything that you want to use on the trails. You should test it out at home just to make sure everything's right. And I'm glad I tested these out, otherwise I would have been in big trouble. So I really like these JT Brooks Tire Deflator Pros. They're simple and easy to dial in to your desired PSI. Make sure you test them out before you go out on the trails.